I'm here to tell you how to set up your painting area for when you want to paint. The first thing you'll need is a smock, and they are over by the closet door. You will need a cardboard, and this is to protect the area you're going to paint on. When you get your paper, you need to lay your paper on top of this. Your paper is in this drawer, or you can use some of this long paper that is over in the box next to the watercolors. The most important thing about that is to get a pencil from the table you're sitting at and write your name. Your first, last name, and class code. You will need a paint tray, and if you're using watercolors, you'll see that the watercolors are full of paint. You have a blotting sponge, and this is clean, so when you finish, you need to clean it also for the next student. This tray helps to catch drips. If you're using temper cakes, you're going to get them from over here, and the same thing, they're sitting on a tray to catch some drips. The brushes are a little different for each one of these. The watercolor brushes are soft and flimsy, and they soak up a lot of water. You need to paint with water. The brushes for the temper cakes are over near the temper cakes, and those brushes are a little stiffer. You will also need to spray your paint. It should be a light mist. You don't want to spray it too hard or it'll start splattering on other people. The paint should be clean since the last person used them. You'll need water, and it comes off of this little cart. Set your water in front of you. The water should always be clean when you put it back in the cart. If it's not clean, the next person has to clean it, and that may be you. I also have some extra tubs for water. If a lot of students are painting in your classroom, I just don't have room to sit these out. So you'll have to get your own water, and then at the end dump it and stack those right back there. So when I paint, I'm going to paint on the opposite side of my name. And when I clean up, I'm just going to put everything back like I found it. I'm going to rinse the sponge, put it back on the tray. I'm going to wash my brush, rinse it lightly, maybe run it against your hand a little bit, and we're going to replace it with the bristles up so we don't have a bad hair day. The watercolor trays go right back there with a clean sponge. The temper cakes, you're going to wash this brush also and put it back. And then be careful how you carry the tempera tray. It might be leaking a little bit of paint. You need to make sure those paints are clean. And then any paper that you have painted, you need to put on the drying rack. You can't see it from here, but it's over under the whiteboard, and you need to start from the bottom up so you can see that you're not sitting your painting on top of another painting. Put your cardboard away. It may be damp, but still put it away right where it belongs. If your water is dirty, get new water and put it right back here. And then this is what I'm going to call table toast. It looks like a little piece of toast. It's a sponge. So you're going to get this full of water, and then you're going to squeeze it out, and you're going to just wipe off your table. We're not soaking the tables. As soon as you leave that table, it should be dry. It should not be soaked, because I have other classes coming in too. And then you're going to rinse that sponge again to get the paint off of it again and put it back here. Or there's another spot over by the temper cakes to put your table toast. And that's how we set up painting. When you get ready to put your paint set up, you want to make sure that all of your paints are clean. This white has been contaminated with pink. So what I want to do is either to use a tub of water, or I can simply take my brush and get that wrong color of paint out and put it down the sink. And I'm going to have to keep doing that because I've made a big mess.
I'll have to do that several times. And now I've got white paint again. The same thing for watercolor paint. Here I've got green in my yellow, and I just won't get a true sun color that way. So I'm going to either bring my set over to the sink and keep rinsing it, or do this with a bucket of water, a tub of water. And now I've got some really nice yellow paint.